Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. I'm super excited. I'm pumped right now to be sat with Nigel. Nigel is absolutely killing it in property. He's got multiple rent-to-rents, lease option agreements, making £3,200 a month in profit every single month. And also my brother from Zimbabwe originally, right?
Yeah.
Respect, man. Hey, super glad to have you in the studio. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me here, Samuel.
So what's your story then? What's your backstory? How did you get into property? Where did this all start?
Yeah, basically, I moved from Luton to Birmingham for university.
Yeah.
So when I was at uni, I didn't really like the uni life. I always thought I wanted something different, something more, to be honest with you. So I started working full-time while I was at uni.
Okay.
And when I got into the working life, because I just read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
So thinking, okay, if I work, I can save some money, invest it into property, because that's what it was all about.
Yeah.
And then, but while I was working, it just got a bit too much.
What were you
It
doing?
didn't make sense. I was a stock controller in a warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a decent job, to be honest with you, but
Yeah.
it was very intense. 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They want blood, right?
Crazy.
Jobs do want blood.
Crazy.
You know.
That's
Okay.
what they're there for.
So you got a job alongside uni, working crazy, with the idea to save up money.
Yeah.
But not to put it in the bank
No.
and buy a house to live in and pay off the mortgage, because you were a little bit educated because you read
Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad. So you knew you wanted to get into investment.
Yeah.
So then what happened?
So, well, while I was working, because I was on a computer, I used to always watch YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think the first person I seen was a guy called Tony Law.
Okay.
But then I watched his video, and then one of the recommended videos was Samuel Leeds. And then when I clicked on it, then I just, it's like I explored a whole new world of stuff like rent-to-rents, crazy stuff in 2018. So while I was working, I was just binge watching your videos, to be
Yeah.
honest. So, but at the same time, it was like I'm still at work. Even though I'm getting all this knowledge, I wasn't really doing anything about it. I was
Yeah. Like most people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just literally working at that time. Came to your crash course in November 2018.
You remember the date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was a special moment for me. Even though I even got a VIP ticket, to be honest, because I was like, you know what? I want to be at the front. I want to get as much knowledge as I can, because
Yeah.
you inspired me so much before through the videos. Honestly, a lot of stuff that you've done, it was just crazy, unbelievable.
So you spent 2 days, property investors crash course,
Crash course,
paid a
yeah.
small amount.
Yeah.
It was like what, maybe £100, if that.
Honestly, less than £100.
Yeah.
It was.
Now you're on the Samuel 365,
yeah.
which again is less than £100 a month.
It's crazy.
So what happened then after the crash course? What happened?
So after the crash course, I was super motivated. Honestly, I was crazy. I was going making viewings, but so I got my first rent, but it was a bad deal. Honestly, it was a really bad deal. I was still working at that time.
Yeah.
It was a 3-bed in Smethwick in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I had to put 3 months deposit up front. I had to put money for furniture to do up the house.
What month was this?
So this was December.
So this was just a
Literally,
month after the crash course?
Not even a month, days after the crash course.
Because you also, I know you went to the deal finding extravaganza
Yeah.
as well.
So, yeah.
That must have been early the following year?
So that was March the following year.
Okay.
So that's when I booked it for. I couldn't wait that long, honestly. after the crash course.
But that's the problem though, I must say though. I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing about what went wrong.
Yeah.
Because I think that it's important to know that if you just go out with little knowledge, watch some YouTube videos, have a bash, it's great to have lots of action, but things
Yeah.
can go wrong.
100%.
And that's why I do think it is important to pay for training.
I think so.
Because you can make money, you can lose money.
Yeah.
So tell me about that first deal in Smethwick, what happened?
So basically, it was a 3-bed house, which I thought I would turn into a 4-bed.
Yeah.
But I could only rent out the 3 rooms.
Why?
Because the downstairs, the way it was set up, it was an open plan downstairs.
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
Okay.
And then there's a kitchen on its own.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe I'm just gonna partition a wall into that place. But then the landlord goes,
You can't do that.
"You can't do anything."
You're not allowed.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
Right.
So it was a bad deal. But I was so motivated at first. So I took it on before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think as well sometimes when you're desperate for a deal,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dangerous place to be in. You know, because, I mean, just generally when you're desperate, I mean, I know you've gone on to do some great things, but I always say to people, don't be desperate, because if you're desperate for money, people will treat you like a leper, they'll run away from you. If you're desperate for a deal, you'll take on a bad deal, you take on the first bad deal that comes. Whereas when you actually say, actually, you know what, I'm gonna get trained, I'm gonna get lots of deals in front of me, and then I'm gonna be pessimistic with the numbers. You know, it's a much better place to come from.
Yeah.
How much money did you lose in total on that first deal?
Honestly, I'd saved up. I had £10,000 saved.
Yeah.
After that deal, I only had like £2,000.
So you lost like £8,000 on that. Here's the thing though, Nigel. Many people at that point would have cancelled their training, would have given up, and would have said this doesn't work, would have stuck at their job, and then would have been one of those trolls.
I knew it wasn't right for me to blame you for that, because I was waiting for training, which was coming.
Yeah.
So and I decided, you know what, I just want to take action now.
Yeah.
I was just motivated, especially after watching your financial freedom video. I remember I messaged you on Facebook that time. I was like, dude, I want to quit my job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But you said, okay, it's probably not the best idea to quit your job before you actually get money coming in.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was just, I was so super like crazy, because you had opened like my eyes into a whole different world of like how you can get passive income, you know, stuff that's not really put out there in the world. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. And I think I related to you as well. Like for me, I'm an instructor. Imagine if you're a driving instructor and you're saying to people, everyone, you shouldn't be walking. Driving's way better. Come and drive. Driving's easy. Come and drive. And then people go, oh, okay, I'll just drive. And they just jump in a Lamborghini with no instructor and go, woof. It's like, that's good that you're taking action. It's good that you listen to me. But at the same time, you know, it's that kind of contrast between taking mad action, which you are a crazy action taker. But then at the same time, it's being careful with your numbers, you know. So, okay, so you lost money on that. How do you feel?
I mean, to be honest, I feel good.
You felt good when you lost money?
Oh, no, sorry.
At the time,
at the time, oh, no.
At the time, how did you feel?
Terrible, man.
Yeah.
I was like, but the thing is, because when I went to the crash course, I connected with a few people, so I spoke to some of your students and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I regarded myself as one of your students anyway. So we connected, so they gave me a bit of advice.
Yeah, good.
So
a bit of pep talk.
Yeah, a bit of pep talk.
They told you, don't worry, it's not normal. Exactly. Okay, so did you hand the keys back then to the landlord in the end?
So, not initially. Because there was a 6 months break clause.
Okay, so at least you honoured your word.
So, yeah.
You honoured your word.
What I had to do was just rent it out for that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so that deal went terrible.
Yeah.
You then did the deal finding extravaganza. I know you had some issues with your girlfriend as well. She wasn't well.
Yeah.
And which we don't have to talk about that. Then what happened? Like, second deal go good or bad?
Good.
Okay, talk to me about the second deal.
That's when I changed my strategy at that point into SA, because I just gained a whole lot of new information. And then, so my first deal, my first SA deal actually was on Newhall Street in Birmingham.
Okay, I know the street very well. Yeah, I know very well.
Do you know the Brindley House building?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that one there.
I actually have friends that live in that same building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or did.
So, that was my first one at the time. Rent was about 800. It was really doing well. So I kept it there going. And then from then onwards, just...
So you paid £800 a month for the apartment, which is not bad. Yeah. How much were you turning over on that property? How much was it grossing?
Honestly, it would fluctuate. But at times, 3.5 at times.
Wow.
Like in like August time, you know, in the busy periods.
Yeah.
At some point, it would go low.
So on average, were you making a profit of what, like 800 quid a grand?
Bro. Yeah, like
easy.
200.
Okay. So again, that was a good deal.
Yeah.
You still have that?
Well, I still have the property.
Yeah.
But, it's not great.
It's not going so well.
It's not going so well
because of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, and this is what I like about you as well, Nigel, because you're young, but you're constantly transitioning a little bit. So you got the first deal, which was a total flop, disaster. Then you got some knowledge about service accommodation. You got your second deal, which was amazing success. Pandemic comes. It's not amazing, you still got it, but you've really transitioned into a whole bunch of other stuff. Lease option agreements, all kinds of stuff, apartments, like different types of rent-to-rent deals, and not giving up through everything. So talk to me about the deals that you've done in total now. So how many deals have you got in total at the moment?
I've got 3 HMOs.
Yeah.
which are rents.
Right.
And then,
Making good money?
Yeah.
How much are they
good
making?
money. Two of them, 850 profit
Right.
plus, around there, depending on maintenance.
Is that each or is that between the two of them?
Well, each.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Sorry, per property. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
going to say. And then one of them £700. It's a 3-bed townhouse.
Yeah.
In on George Street. I don't know if you know where George Street is. It's a townhouse, got extra reception rooms, so we turn that into HMO. Applied for
Amazing.
things. And then got a couple essays, like 6 flats.
6 flats?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
But it's they're not operating as essays, and some of them are lease option agreements. 2 of them are.
Wow, dude, I have to give you a respect for that.
Man.
So what, you say you've negotiated to buy it, you have the option to buy it at the end of the term?
Yeah, at the end of the term.
Sick.
It's crazy, man. Honestly.
How did you negotiate that? What happened?
Okay, I'll give you an example of the first one.
Yeah.
So basically, the landlord, he lives all the way in Canada.
Okay.
So the estate agent in Coventry, they were marketing it for sale and for rent at the same time.
Nice.
Yeah. So I didn't know this. I was just looking for an essay because at that time, essay was just like the thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
What month was this?
This was last year, October.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think, yeah, October last year.
Yeah.
And then, so that's, and I went for the viewing, and then I just asked him, he said, oh, you know what, he said, if you're not willing to take this as an essay, the landlord's looking to sell it anyway. Then I said, hang on, he's looking to sell it. That was like a crazy opportunity.
Were you thinking, I may be able to offer something like this?
I was thinking, what does Samuel normally say in this situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to gather myself a little bit, like pretend I'm still looking, but I was thinking of what to say.
Yeah.
And then I just literally said it to him. I just said, you know what, like you said, I may be able to offer something like this. I said to him, what about if I rent it and buy it at the same time?
Yeah.
But I said to him, the completion would be in the next 5 years or so.
Nice.
He said he was open to the idea because he said okay, he wasn't really looking to sell it because the property was tired anyway.
Yes.
And then so he said he'll go talk to him and see what happens. So when he said that, I was like, oh no, he's gonna cut me out. Or I was worried that he's not gonna go.
Yeah.
He's not gonna pitch it as well as I thought I would pitch it.
Oh, so you pitched the estate agent pitched it to him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pitched it to him.
I would have been worried as well.
And then I was worried, so I was like to him, okay, talk to him first, but then is it okay if I can also talk to him after?
Yeah,
He
good.
said, okay, yeah, there shouldn't be a
Perfect.
problem, yeah.
Yeah.
And then so when he pitched it to him, the guy called me straight away just to ask a couple questions.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I'm not the right guy to be talking to. You have to talk to a solicitor.
Bang.
I didn't have a solicitor. I was like, you have to talk to a solicitor.
Yeah.
But then I explained what I knew.
Yes.
Of the idea, and then he was like, okay.
Well, out of interest, why did you do that? Why did you not answer his questions and tell him to speak to a solicitor?
Because you told me you shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's it.
And why though? Just for anyone watching this thinking, why would you not talk to him?
Because they'll have a lot of questions, and you'll be going back and forth, and a professional is the best person.
Yeah, because if you're saying to him, yeah, I'll buy it in 5 years, and here's how it works, and this is the insurance, and this is the, he might be thinking, who's this kid?
Yeah.
How can I trust him? Whereas if you say to him, look, I can offer something like this in principle, but the best thing for you to do is sleep on the concept, speak to an independent solicitor.
Yeah.
Then he speaks to the solicitor does all the selling.
Yeah.
Right? So it's so what you did was just like perfect, and you deserved the deal. You deserved the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what happened when he spoke to? How did you find the solicitor?
On Facebook.
Okay, cool. So you just jumped on the groups. Yeah, great, good.
Yeah, I posted on your group, on other groups.
Good.
Just
Easy.
Yeah.
Network.
It's the best.
So then you get a solicitor. We won't say who you used, because that kind of thing has to stay within the groups.
Yeah.
But used a solicitor, and then what happened?
Used my solicitor. It was closed within a month. Yeah.
Great.
Got the property, got the keys before even paying or anything like that. We did a bit of work, turned it into an essay. It's doing alright for a couple of months. Yeah.
Great. So you've got that now. So that's not making crazy money,
No.
but it's okay. It's washing its face, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not losing any
It's
money.
making profit. No.
It's making profit, small profit.
Yeah.
But what's the deal? So how much are you paying the landlord each month?
So in total, I I'm paying £800
Yeah.
total. That includes, because the flats is a bit more expensive when you do these lease options, because you pay the mortgage, the ground rent,
Yeah.
and the service fee.
Yeah.
So all of that, that's with the extra.
So your £800 covers all of that.
All of that, yeah.
You'll then rent, and this is in Birmingham, right?
No, this is in Coventry City.
Oh, in Coventry City Centre.
Yeah, it's one of. It's not exactly a new build, but 7 years. Or
Okay,
so, yeah.
okay, so relatively new. So you're then renting it out, and you're doing that as serviced accommodation. Presumably you've checked the head lease.
Yeah.
There's no mortgage restrictions.
No.
So it's all legal and legitimate.
Exactly.
Because people sometimes think like, oh wow, this must be like illegal or.
No, you must. That's a very, especially when your solicitor's dealing with that. He checks.
Yeah. So it's all been checked out, done legitimately. You're then renting it out on Booking.com.
Yeah, Booking.com, all the SA websites, the channels, Airbnb, all sorts.
How much at the moment? Listen, I know that right now maybe that strategy in that area isn't booming because we're in the middle of a lockdown. But how much profit are you making on that one right now?
Right now, about 250.
Okay, so it is cash flowing. It's cash flowing, and that will pick up, man.
Hopefully, man.
It will, bro. It will, bro. And you've got listen. If on Booking.com right now right now it's November, the middle of a lockdown, it's cash flowing £250 a month. When we're allowed to start travelling again, and when tourism picks up and things pick up, that's gonna kill.
Yeah.
But the more powerful thing is, it's cash flowing positive.
Yeah.
How much did you agree to buy it on the option for?
So I bought it. Initially, it was on the market for I think around 195.
Yeah.
But because the property was tired, and also it had been on the market for a couple months, the landlord started dropping it.
Yeah.
They dropped it from literally 10 grand down, 185, and then I offered 175 onto the property.
So you're buying it for 175, but in how many years?
In 5 years.
In 5 years. So again, hopefully, in 5 years, it'll be worth a lot more, which I think it probably will be. And then you can then exercise the option at 175, and then you've got the profit, the capital appreciation. Basically, you're benefiting from that as if you owned it.
Exactly.
You benefit. You're getting the growth. You're getting the cash flow, but you didn't. You didn't pay a deposit.
It's a crazy strategy, man.
It is.
From you. Yeah, I didn't pay anything. Unlike my first deal.
And did you say you've got another lease option agreement just like that?
Yeah, but that's been taken. I've given back the keys now because
that one wasn't working.
It wasn't working. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? As I always say, you're gonna have properties that overperform, perform, and underperform.
Yeah.
Get rid of the ones that underperform, and keep filling your pipeline with ones that are gonna overperform.
Exactly.
Okay, so overall then, how many different properties have you got? Are you interested in right now? I mean, like rent to rent, lease options altogether. How many is it?
The ones that I have.
Yeah, and you've got. Did you say you've recently just got some that are going through as well?
Yeah.
What's that?
So I've got it's a 4-bed in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Planning to turn it into a 6-bed.
Yeah.
The landlord's already applied for license, so we're just waiting on that.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna convert it into a 6-bed. Put some tenants into the
Amazing.
property.
Dude, you've done amazingly well, and the crazy thing is you're just getting started.
Yeah.
You are. In your mind, because I know when I said to you, dude, you need to come on Wednesday. You're making over £3,000. You were like, oh no, I'm not ready. Nowhere near ready.
I was surprised, to be honest.
Why were you surprised?
Because I just, sometimes you just don't feel like you're there yet. Even though the money's there, it's just you've got expenses. I've had joint ventures that I've done before as well that I'm paying off as well. So
yes. So you don't feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I'm living in luxury.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but at the same time, you're making a profit of 3.2 thousand a month, right?
Yeah.
So if you're making a profit of 3.2 thousand a month, that's a decent salary, and that's coming in recurring from rents.
Definitely.
So I think it's phenomenal. You're a young guy, early 20s, and it's great. Talk to me a little bit about what's next. What's the plan next? Because I know you're still extremely hungry.
Yeah, I'm very hungry
at
this point because during the pandemic, when the SA business collapsed a bit, my business was a bit low. I sort of like went out of it for a bit.
Yeah.
So, but now after watching your videos again, I've picked it up.
You're on 365 now.
I'm on 365 as well.
Talk to me about what 365 is.
I'm binge watching those videos.
Yeah.
It's good. Honestly, for the money that I'm paying, it's next to nothing. It's honestly worth it.
Yeah.
So I'm gaining as much information as I can from there. But my plan is to increase cash flow.
Yeah.
So in the next 12 months or so,
Yeah.
I need at least 10.
Yeah. Do you know what the great thing is? I'll give you some encouragement. If you're making 3.2 thousand right now in lockdown, your cash flow will increase automatically as lockdown lifts. That's the first thing. I wouldn't rest though. I wouldn't say, oh, it's going to increase because of lockdown. I agree. I'd still be pushing. I'd be getting more deals. What strategy are you looking at now? You've got rent to rent. You've got lease option agreements.
Yeah.
What's
next?
Yeah. Are you not going to get into purchasing?
That's what I need to get into.
I'd get into BRR.
That's exactly. You literally took the word out of my mouth. Yeah.
And you've set. I'm glad to see you set up a YouTube channel to document the journey. What's it called?
Inspire TV with Nigel. Do it.
Inspire TV with Nigel.
Do it. Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna leave a link in the channel. Go check it out because honestly, dude, I'm so glad to see you winning.
Yeah.
You know, and although you might feel like, oh man, I'm only making a few grand a month, and I've had some problems and some failures, and lockdown, and dude, like most people would do anything to be in your situation. And the experience that you've got and the knowledge that you've got, and you've invested thousands into yourself. Yeah. You know, I know you said the courses are really cheap, which I think they are. You know,
honestly, they're good value for money.
I think so.
Like it doesn't get any better. Like you pay thousands to go to uni. Like I went to uni.
Yeah.
Paid, if I calculate it right, it's nearly 30 grand.
Yeah.
That with student loan. Whereas your course.
Yeah.
You compare that.
It is, and that's why when people that moan about his course is so expensive, I just think, well, don't do it then. Don't do it. I'm not putting a gun to anyone's head. I'm just offering it, but no, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for what you've done. So next, I would say, I would recommend do a little BRR deal. Yeah. Pull somebody in on a joint venture, document the heck out of it on your YouTube channel.
Definitely.
Put your money in, pull your money out, and then you've got your cash flow coming from your rent to rents, which is great. But I would now be looking to build wealth, slow pound as well as fast pound. Also, what about deal packaging?
Yeah, there's a strategy that I'm interested in.
Because you've got the knowledge like crazy. I mean, you're looking at so many different deals. You must come across deals that aren't good for you.
I do come across deals.
Well, then just sell them.
Yeah.
Sell one deal a month.
I do, yeah.
Get you an extra $3 grand a month coming in.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So
that's definitely worth it.
Were you born in Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
How old were you when you moved here?
I was 12. I was 12 years old.
My wife moved from Zimbabwe when she was 10.
Oh right.
Yeah, she was 10.
Younger than me, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, life over there is different compared to here.
Yeah.
There's so much more opportunities here. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, the economy in Zimbabwe is rough right now. I think there's still massive opportunities. There always is. But yeah, it's rough. Yeah. You know. So what brought your parents over? Did they come for work or what?
To be honest, for work and opportunity, they're doing really well for themselves, to be honest.
Good.
Like,
and they must be super proud of you.
Well, they, what it is.
In Zimbabwe, they like you to be a doctor or a lawyer or go down the academic route.
Here's what it is. It's not that they're not proud.
Yeah.
It's just they have not seen the wealth to an extent. That they'll be like, oh wow, you're doing something really amazing, you know?
Right?
Because it's starting out. They just scared.
I think that's why you were nervous to come on Winners Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think it's your parents. I think that's what am I right?
Yeah, it is to do with that as well. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I need to prove myself at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? You have proved yourself. I'm proud of you. I'm ridiculously proud of you. I think you've done remarkably well. I mean, who can say at your age, who can say I've got lease option agreements, I've got rent to rents, I've had to hustle from scratch. No prior property experience and stuff. Are you still at uni? Or you finished now?
No, I finished uni.
Are you still working or are you full-time property?
Full-time property, bro.
Dude, that's amazing. Dude, we need to work closely together.
Yeah, definitely.
Start scaling some things up.
I would love to do that. Yeah.
Let's have a conversation off camera after this. Okay. Guys, I'm just so impressed with Nigel. What an incredible guy. What a humble guy. Watch this space. This guy's gonna blow up. He's already done amazing things. 3.2 thousand pounds a month clean profit, full time in property, starting with nothing. Very impressed. But watch this space. If you want to support Nigel, subscribe to his YouTube channel. I'm gonna leave a link. Also, drop a nice comment in my comment box as well about Nigel. Okay, there's too many haters in this world right now.
Definitely.
Too many jealous people. Too many people that will try and find a reason why, trying to discredit hard-working entrepreneurs. We need to be supporting and rooting for hard-working entrepreneurs in 2020. Not trying to tear people down. So this guy is the real deal. He's gone through the training. He's on Samuel 365. He's a mentee. One day I'm sure he'll be a mentor to many people, an inspiration to many people as well. So support him, drop a nice comment. Also, if you want to be in Nigel's position, which I know many people do, if you want to be making £3,200 a month and full-time in property, then you can join Samuel 365. It's how much is it? £95 a month?
Exactly. It's actually £1 for 7 days.
That's correct. It's £1 for 7 days, so you can try it out, and then it's £95 a month. There's no cancellation charges. There's no contracts. No funny business. People will tell you that there is. There's expensive cancellation charges. It's all nonsense. Try it out. Pay £1. Try it out. I'll leave a description. I'll leave it in the description. I'll leave a link. And honestly, dude, super proud of you. Well done. Let's work really closely together over the next 12 months. Guys, see you next time. Do you want to see, every week I interview someone like Nigel. I got people booked up till after Christmas. And if you want to see, how many now? There's well over 100. You want to see well over 100 interviews like this? Check out the whole list up right here. Also, you might find it really helpful to subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, you can do that right here. Turn the notification bell on. I look forward to seeing you next time.